What's up, you guys? Nathan Bell here, doing a movie review on Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Finally getting around to doing this review. I've been real busy with work and just other things, and I've seen the movie twice now, so this review will contain strong language and spoilers, so if you're not into any of those, I suggest closing the video now. So let's get right into it. I didn't hate this movie, but I didn't like it either. It wasn't even a love-hate. I didn't love it. I barely liked it, and I definitely was not a fan. But I can't say I hated it. Starts out, Bruce's parents get shot, another origin story. I understand why they have to do it. We're getting a new Batman. So they get shot and, laying down, whatever, and poor Bruce, has no parents now and just feels like the only way he can escape his parents' death is as being a middle-aged man dressed up as a bat. Whatever. I'm into it. So he's like, Martha, and then it takes, you to Bruce Wayne's point of view with the city getting destroyed by Zod and Superman, which is honestly one of my favorite parts of the movie. I thought that Zack Snyder did such a good job with that. It just looked so badass, seeing the Bruce Wayne building, Wayne Enterprises coming down. I thought that was really cool, so good start, I'm thinking, awesome, cool. And then from there on, man, it just wasn't very good. I thought Ben Affleck was awesome. I thought he was one of the best. He's probably the best cinematic Batman, that's been on the screen. I think he kicked ass. It was definitely the high point of the movie. I definitely support Ben Affleck. He did a wonderful job. The reviews of this movie shouldn't reflect his performance as Batman because I thought he killed it. But, so they're in the desert now, and there's a spy, and then they find out the guy's a spy. He's with Lois Lane. She's like, Lois had nothing to do with this. They kill him, and all of a sudden, so one of the leaders takes Lois underground, and then all of a sudden, some of his henchmen just start shooting the other henchmen for no reason. Something's going on here. Superman comes out of left field, whatever, does a superhero landing. He's going to do a superhero landing, and he does. And she just looks at him. She lets go. He takes out the black dude. I don't know why I just made it a race thing. I called him black because he was. I'm just going to look past that. He's just kind of let go, which is kind of weird how she didn't even get, clipped by Superman at all because there wasn't much breathing room, for Superman to swoop in and take out that guy. But whatever, looking past it. Lois gets in a tub, she's completely naked. I'm not against it, but I just don't understand it. One of those things. I didn't really get it. He gets in the tub fully clothed, just a waste of clothing to me. Man, now you got to change again. You got to take off those wet clothes, dry them up, and put on different clothes, whatever. And blah, blah, blah. So Batman's, these cops show up to a building, these people can't speak English at all. They're like, oh man, blah, 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 coming to get us, blah, whatever. He saved us, but he's like the devil. He's the devil, I guess, now. So they go up there, and that's pretty funny. The guy's all chained up, and the cop's sitting there, and he's like, whoa, wait a minute. And you can see kind of in the background there's something there, and he turns around, dude. There's big old Ben Affleck up there in the corner, man. I thought that was hilarious. Just a big guy. That was pretty funny. And then he, runs down the wall. I thought that was cool, too. I thought that was pretty badass. And the guy turns around and shoots at his partner. Come on, you got to look before you shoot, man. You would have killed your partner, and then you would have had to explain that to his family if you had one. I don't know. Maybe they should have done a backstory on the cops. Maybe get a little info on them. But anyways, so then Batman's still pissed about the whole city being destroyed. You can't blame him, but you can't really blame Superman. He didn't ask for Zod to come down and destroy the whole place. There's this guy in a wheelchair spray painting the Superman statue and shit, and that guy's not happy about his life. And so Batman's ready to take down Superman. So he goes to this party, blah, 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 wants to get some info on LexCorp. Wonder Woman ends up being there, and then, Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, they first meet, and you saw in the trailer the whole Lex Luthor thing. Is it Lex Luthor or Lex Luthor? I say Lex Luthor, but I could be wrong. Where, you don't want to get in a fight with that guy, he says. It's like, come on, man. I just feel like that was so it just wasn't a good line, I feel like. It kind of made it a kids movie when I heard that. I don't know why. It's just I thought of a PG, kids movie, whatever. They meet, blah, blah, blah. Clark can hear Alfred, which I liked Alfred. He was awesome. He was probably my favorite Alfred. So definitely Batman and Alfred killed it. They were definitely the highlights of this movie. And so where was I? Train of thought. So Clark hears the comm that Bruce has in his ear, blah, 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 starts to follow Bruce downstairs. Yeah, starts to follow, but then, he looks at the TV screen, he looks at it, and there's a whatever being attacked, a house is on fire, he's got to go save the kids. Bruce is downloading the flash drive, meets Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, which she was okay too. She was definitely a good highlight of the movie. She takes the drive. Bruce is pissed, whatever. And Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor, I didn't mind him at all. There's some parts where I'm like, oh man, but he's like a younger guy. He's like a kid almost. He's like very unstable. When he was up on stage, saying his speech or whatever, he's like, oh no, no, oh no, yeah. You know what I mean? He was just wasn't stable. He didn't know what he wanted to say. He was getting so flustered and confused. He just looked like he could have just snapped on stage, but he kind of kept his composure a tiny bit. But Jesse Eisenberg, he could have just toned it down a tiny bit, maybe tone it down, and he didn't do that. He was pretty extreme in the movie. So Batman wants to get the kryptonite, and during the chase scene or whatever, and he turns the corner. There's Superman right there. Pretty much trips the Batmobile. It didn't take any effort to do that at all. Does the door thing open? He's like, oh, the Bat is dead, blah blah blah, and I really like the line, that they showed in the first teaser trailer long time ago, a couple of years probably now. He was like, do you bleed? You will. I thought that was wicked cool, man. I definitely enjoyed that a lot. My dad loved that part. I looked over, he was smiling, man. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. That dude was cheesing pretty hard. And so yeah, and Batman's not gonna stop. He wants to kill Superman. He wants to beat the piss right out of him. Whatever. And so he goes and steals the kryptonite from Lex, which is what he wanted all along. Lex wanted this all to happen. This is his ploy. He wants Superman to take on the Batman. Pretty much wants Superman to die. He doesn't want Superman around anymore. And so this is when shit starts to get kind of weird. You know what? He shoves that Jolly Rancher into that guy's fucking mouth. What was that about? It was just like a kid, just a child, And so anyways... so he pretty much makes a deal with the guy, shove the cherry Jolly Rancher in his mouth, and sees the ship that Zod came in on, and then he wants the body too. So whatever, he sees that, blah blah blah. He has the little like kryptonite pen, and he does the thing. And I'm missing some pieces here. I'll catch up on it in a minute, but they're at the thing, the courthouse or the Capitol, and giving the speech. And before that, Lex had a speech with the senator. I believe, not the governor, it's definitely the senator, about, grandma's pissed. She's just like, I don't care if you serve me, grandma's pissed, which I thought she was so annoying, man. Oh my God, I don't know what it was about that woman that I just did not like at all. So anyways, so she's at there, she's got the guy in the wheelchair, Lex talks him into going there. Now this is what this is what I'm really confused about is, did that guy know there was a bomb in his wheelchair? Is that why he did this whole thing, or did he just want to, see Superman, his face so he could, explain to him what he did to his life, basically? Or did he just want to try to kill Superman not knowing he was indestructible? Because Lex knew he was. He just wanted to frame him again for the whole thing that happened before, which I forgot to bring up in the desert. Those guys were Lex's henchmen. They wanted to frame Superman, making it look like he killed all those people, which he really did not. So, dude, bunch of people die. Lex wasn't there. The girl, his Chinese assistant looks over. The chair's empty. So a bunch of people died. Superman gets framed again, just fuels Batman even more. Because the guy he was sending that guy checks because he's saying how awful his life was on TV, and just wasn't. He was sending the checks back, saying that Bruce was blind, fueled the fire even more. So that's when he's like, all right, I got to take this guy on. I got to take out Superman. Starts building, those little kryptonite grenade things with the smoke in them, which was cool. Building the suit. And so at this point, Superman really has no motives to take on Batman. Why is he going to start a fight? Oh, is Batman just going to come and stop more crime and, beat the shit out of bad guys, maybe kill him? Lex kidnaps his mom, Martha, which, whatever, I'd be pissed. That's your mom right there. So, blah, 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 and then he's like, all right, you have 30 minutes or an hour. I think it was 30 minutes to go kill Bruce and bring me his head. Kill Batman and bring me his head, whatever. And, so he goes over there, tries to talk with Bruce. Bruce isn't having it. They start fighting, man, and Bruce is getting the shit kicked out of him bad. And so that's when he's like, wow, I really am on my last stand right here. I can't do hand-to-hand combat with him. My guns aren't working, which, man, he's using a lot of firearms, man, and he's killing him. I'll get into that. Hold on a second. And so... he's like, wow, I can't do this. I got to do something else. He starts using the grenade. He shoots it. Superman catches it right in his hand and it starts releasing that smog. And so he's hurting, and that's when Batman is like, dude, you're about to get your fucking ass beat. So Superman tries to punch him. Batman catches it. Dude starts just laying down fists. And wow, man, shit got pretty real, and I'm like, wow, I'm getting really into this now. This is cool, man. Like, this is what we all came to see. And didn't last very long. Once again, Bruce just kept doing things, and then Superman would come back at him. Bruce would go after him, back at him, and then finally he used another one of those smoke grenades, catches it, and he doesn't catch it this time. It just starts to release the toxin in his body. He starts swinging him. I don't know what the hell that was about. Starts breaking all these beams. Surprised the building didn't collapse on him. He's got the staff, and he starts to scratch his face and blah blah blah. You're not brave. You're not even a man. So on and so on. He's like, you got to save Martha. He's like, why are you saying that, Martha, man? You gotta save my mom. And Lois Lane comes out of nowhere. Oh, that's his mom, Bruce, don't do it, man. That's his mom. And then they're best friends, dude. Basically sums that up. That was the fight right there in a nutshell. It should have been called Batman and Superman: Dawn of Justice, not Batman v Superman, because that fight was pretty much 3 minutes of the movie. And like he's like, oh, I gotta go save his mom now. Like not only does he not want to kill the alien, but now he wants to save its mother. I don't know, man. And he saves his mom, whatever, and he's like, oh, it's okay, I'm a friend of your son's. She's like, oh, I figured. And I'm just like, Jesus. I looked at my twin brother, and I'm like, wow. And, but before that, he was kicking guys' ass. Some of them weren't getting up, man. They weren't even moving, and he's in his big ship, shooting out a fucking huge machine gun. Wild, man. Definitely killing people. No doubts in my mind there. I'm not really familiar with Batman, but I know he doesn't kill anybody. And there might be if you're a Batman fan, don't you dare comment underneath this and tell me my business, man. I don't want you to go off on a huge rant on me and tell me all these Batman issues, because I don't even really like Batman that much. I don't read them. I see the movie sometimes, but what I know is that he doesn't really kill anybody. Right, that's his big thing. And he doesn't use guns, a gun killed his mom. But he's got a gun, and then Lex Luthor's pretty much like, oh, if man won't do it, the devil's going to do it, or whatever it was. And Doomsday right out of the gate, blah, blah, blah. They fight Doomsday. Wonder Woman comes. Oh, my God, the Justice League tie-in. I totally forgot. How fucking lazy are you, Zack Snyder? It's a fucking file? A fucking email, dude? Oh, my God. I'm so glad I'm a Marvel fan, because if I was a DC fan diehard, I would be fucking so mad right now, because just so lazy. And Bruce is sending all these emails. Who are you? What are you? Fucking just one after the other. So dumb. And I'm excited for Aquaman. I thought the Aquaman one was cool. Cyborg was cool. The Flash was dumb. Wonder Woman's just a picture because, she's in the movie already. And another one was Flash comes back in time. And just a big fuck. See, I'm doing it in bits and pieces going back because it was such a big mess that I didn't even really get to enjoy, because you really had to pay attention. You're going to be lost. The dream that Flash had, the dream that Bruce had, the Flash came in and was just kind of like, oh, Lois is the key. Am I too early? Am I too blah, blah, blah? And then he wakes up again. So it's a dream in a dream, the nightmare dream where Batman gets unmasked by Superman, and that nightmare dream, he's laying pipe bad, dude. He's shooting all these guys right in their faces, man. It's awful. I like that scene, though. It was kind of cool. And then, he fucking puts his hand through. Superman comes down, a superhero landing, and fucking, kills Bruce in his dream, whatever. So back to Doomsday. He comes. Fucking mess can't kill him. You can't kill Doomsday. So Superman brings them up in the sky, and that's when they launch 2 nukes, see if they can take out Doomsday. They take out Superman. Doomsday just makes him grow bigger and stronger, so Superman's basically dead. The sun pretty much revives him, so he comes back, and then they need the staff that Lois Lane threw in the water in that building. She goes and gets it. The place comes down on top of her. She's stuck. So as Wonder Woman and Batman really can't do much against Doomsday, man. What's he really gonna do? He's just a man. He's not really strong. He can't really go toe to toe with Doomsday like Wonder Woman and Superman can. So he's just kind of chilling up in a rafter. So Superman hears Lois is drowning, goes gets her. So this is what really bothers me. Superman goes in the water to get the staff. He comes up, he's floating up. He's all fucked up. And Lois gets him out of the water or whatever. And it was because the staff, the kryptonite, he was near it. And I don't know if maybe it was because it was in the water, so that just means it expanded all around him in the water. But I don't really know how that would make. It's not like it's a fucking brownie where the brownie's just going to come and leak out. I'm not entirely sure. So he's all messed up, and then he looks at Lois, oh, I gotta do this, love you, blah, blah, blah. He picked up the spear and then super flies, man, right into Doomsday. And I was like, dude, he couldn't even swim to get it. He's all fucked up, but he can fly like 3 miles to stab Doomsday with this? I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. So he gets it through the heart, man, and Doomsday's got his huge fucking thing. Another thing is, this Wonder Woman's sword can cut through his hand. Why didn't he just chop his head off? First of all, I don't know why he didn't do that. She should have shot his head off. See what would have happened. You know, if that can chop off his hand, I feel like it could have definitely chopped off his head. But he's got a huge stump with a fucking bone coming through it. Stabs Superman right in his heart. Killed Superman. You fucking killed him, man. This is Dawn of Justice and you kill Superman? I don't know. I don't think that made much sense to me, because you know he's going to come back because the Justice League. You can't have the Justice League without Superman. Didn't really get that at all. I didn't see the reasoning. And then Batman's like, oh, I failed him at the funeral. Oh, man, I failed him. Failed, man. Failed my best friend, you know. But you wanted to kill him a day ago. You wanted to fucking kill him, but you didn't. And that was it. That was the movie. I definitely got a couple, you know, sections mixed up and stuff. Not all in order because it was just a big clusterfuck of a movie. There was just so much information. I know I left stuff out, but it was almost a 3-hour movie. And it was definitely a mess. And if I had to grade this movie, I would probably give it like a C-, maybe a D. I'm going to go with C- probably, because it wasn't awful, but it wasn't good by any means. But like I said, Ben Affleck kicked ass. You know, I thought he did good. I really can't. I hope he gets his own solo film, because that's going to be a lot better than this one was. But I like Man of Steel too. It was just a mess. I feel like they're trying to really compete with Marvel. You know, they really want to, like, Marvel has built the foundations, over like almost 10 years now. Like DC, you have one movie out right now. You can't take 10 years of film and then put it into one movie and keep up with Marvel. You can't do it. You need to build the foundation to have like a cinematic universe. You got to take the time to do it, and they just didn't. They try to shove it down everybody's throat, you know. Get that right in your throat, man. Take all that Batman and Superman fight. Just wasn't into it. But if you do like, I suggest going and seeing it. You know, my review's a little late, but if you can see it, see it. If you really like Batman and Superman. But if you don't, I would wait to see it on Redbox for $2, because it's not worth paying, you know, $25, $30 seeing in the movies. But that's my video, guys. You know, let me know what you thought of Batman v Superman in the comments below. If you like my video, please hit the like button, you know. And if you would want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.